Hey guys, and welcome to the Kingdom Hearts interview. Today you are here with Lewis Knowles, and here's what we got for you today about Kingdom Hearts in its basics details. Well, Kingdom Hearts is about three main characters, Sora, Riku and Kairi, who were from the Destiny Islands. Overall, their world was taken over by the darkness and was overrun by Heartless, which are monsters who take over lighting people's heart and turn it into darkness. After this event happened, Riku was taken over by the darkness and Kairi went missing. So now, Sora obtained a sword called the Keyblade, which allowed him to defend himself from the Heartless. But it got too much for him and he got taken away to another world where he got to meet Donald Duck and Goofy, who were trying to find King Mickey. So Sora, Donald and Goofy went to different worlds trying to find his friends and the king. After going to many different worlds, they found Riku and Kairi, but Riku was taken over by the darkness, so Sora had to defeat him to free him from his darkness. While Kairi had no heart, so Sora had to give his heart to Kairi to keep her living. But by doing this, Sora turned into a Heartless. But by the love from his friends, he found a light in his heart again and came back to his normal self. But in the end, Sora, King Mickey and Riku had to seal the door to Kingdom Hearts, which King Mickey and Riku on the other side had to seal the door. So while Sora was still in the real world, they had to seal it from both ends. And that's the first part of the Kingdom Hearts news. And I'll be coming back to the second part in a second. And welcome back to the second part of the Kingdom Hearts 3 news now. As some people may know, if they keep up to date with the Kingdom Hearts news, there have been some changes and stuff added into the game which I'll be telling you guys about throughout this podcast. But now let's get started about what is Kingdom Hearts in my opinion. I think the game will tell us a lot more about Kingdom Hearts and the Keyblade War. Don't know what the Keyblade War is about. It's a mass battle between different Keyblade holders who are fighting for Kingdom Hearts and getting control of the Keyblade deck. Well, anyway, let's talk about what we know about Kingdom Hearts 3 so far. For the main character, Sora, as we all know, has changed his clothing, which is red and black, the similar style in Dream Drop Distance clothing. But at the start of the game, he still wears his normal clothing from Kingdom Hearts 2, which I don't really understand that part, but there should be some logic once we get to know in the game. So from what he does not change his style, like I said, throughout the game, but once he does, he changes into his red and black clothing. But anyway, also for the new worlds, we know that Big Hero 6 is going to be in a world in Kingdom Hearts 3. As for some of the world like Stars and Frozen, we're still waiting to know if it's going to be in the game or not. But as for some of the worlds in Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, we'll be losing some, so as some people who are big fans of Kingdom Hearts will be upset for losing some of the world. But as for person called Catmaster 0118 has made a model of the Beta Keyblade, which is the Keyblade changed into the dual pistol of the light. So we know how the functions work and how the Keyblade looks from a style which he made. But as for some of the different clothing styles as the drive forms with the new rides and that, we still don't know if the drive forms are for like the roller coaster with the Tea Party, the boat ride or the Hercules, but we do know once we get to know more about the update, we shall know if the drive forms are from Kingdom Hearts 2 or they're for the new rides. But anyway, that's it for part 2. And welcome back to the third part of the new Kingdom Hearts 2.8 final chapter. To start this off, I'll be giving you the last update of the Kingdom Hearts news today until I move on to the interviews with three of my mates, and I'm here with Dylan as well. Say hi.
Hello again.
Well, he's going to be one of the interviewers with me, but anyway, let's get right into this news. So about Kingdom Hearts 2.8 final chapter, which has got Dream Drop Distance, Kingdom Hearts Black Cover, and Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep Fragment Passage. While all of them in common have got the story to lead up for Kingdom Hearts 3, while for Birth by Sleep 2.0 is a short episode with the event by Birth by Sleep, the game which links on to this, which is told from the perspective of Aqua, who is one of the main characters from Birth by Sleep. As for Kingdom Hearts 8 Black Cover, which tells us about Kingdom Hearts and reveals new parts of the Kingdom Hearts series, which leads on to Kingdom Hearts 3. We shall know more when the game was released in 2007 for Kingdom Hearts 3. As for Dream Drop Distance, as it was only a 3DS game, now it's been released in a HD version for PS4 now for the 2.8 Kingdom Hearts. But anyway, if I've got any more news than that, I'll be going through another podcast for you. But for all I know now, here's the part with the interview. And welcome back to the final part. I'm here with Dylan, who is one of the Kingdom Hearts fans who I'm going to be interviewing. Say hi.
Hello, people.
And stick around for the final part of the podcast where I interview two of the Kingdom Hearts fans and one of the non-Kingdom Hearts fans. See you then. And welcome back to the interviews. And today I've got a Kingdom Hearts fan. So firstly, what do you like about Kingdom Hearts?
I like how it incorporates other style games and the storyline of the actual game.
Do you play the game or have you ever played it?
Yes, I played it on the PlayStation 2, Kingdom Hearts 2.
When did you become a Kingdom Hearts fan?
A few years ago, about 2007 or something like that.
Which of the Kingdom Hearts games is your favourite one?
2.
Which of the storylines in Kingdom Hearts 2 did you like the most?
The Lion King one.
Do you think the new Kingdom Hearts 2.0 coming into it, is it what people wanted, or is it your opinion good or bad?
It's what people want, yeah, because they can't wait for it and all like that, but personally, I think they're carrying it on a little bit too long.
Well, do you think all the fans around the world will get ready for Kingdom Hearts 3 once it's released?
Oh yeah, they'll be lining up on 12 o'clock launch and everything, yeah.
Well, what are your views on the updates on Kingdom Hearts 3? Is anything you wanted them to add, or do you like what they've already added in, like Big Hero 6 and that?
Well, it's just really, it's one of them games that are repetitive over and over and over again, same thing and everything. And they should introduce like an open world aspect to the game, because that's what most games are getting right now and what people enjoy. So maybe a bit more open world.
Well, do you think Kingdom Hearts 3 is worth waiting for, or do you think we've been waiting long enough after being releasing more Kingdom Hearts games?
I think the last one that came out, the last proper one, number 2, came out ages ago. I think you've been waiting way too long for a sequel. Yeah, way too long. Not a lot of information for quite a few years.
Yeah. Well, that's all we've got for the first interview. I'll be right back with the second interview. What do you like about the game Kingdom Hearts?
I like its story, it's a really interesting story, and I also like how they incorporated Disney characters into
Do you play the game, or have you ever played it?
Played it a while ago, and I also watched my friends play it.
If you did, what console did you play on, PS2 or PS3?
Played it on the PS3
When did you become a Kingdom Hearts fan?
after I watched someone play it.
Which of the Kingdom Hearts games is your favourite one?
The 2.5 one.
And which of the 2.5 games is your favourite one? Kingdom Hearts 2, Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, or Kingdom Hearts Coded?
That's one you said.
Kingdom Hearts 2, right. Which of the storylines in Kingdom Hearts 2 did you like the most?
I really like the Lion King one, because I'm a fan of the Lion King film.
What do you think of the new Kingdom Hearts 2.8 game, if you've seen it?
I haven't really seen much about it, but it'll probably be really good, since all the other ones are really good.
Why do you think they could make any changes to the game, or do you think that it's going to reveal all the concept of the game for the new release of Kingdom Hearts 3?
Just give what the fans want, I guess.
Well, do you think it will get all the fans around the world ready for Kingdom Hearts 3 after it's been released in 2016?
Definitely.
Well, what are your views on the updates on Kingdom Hearts 3? Would there be anything that you might want them to add in the game or not?
I haven't really seen much of the updates, but as long as they keep Disney's things in it, it'll be really good. So I enjoy about the game.
Well, do you think Kingdom Hearts 3 is worth waiting for, or do you think we have been waiting too long for the game to be finished off?
Definitely worth the wait, because the longer it takes, the better it'll be.
Right. Well, that's been the second interview of today, during the last interview. What types of games do you play?
Open world games.
Do you have any favourite games that you might play every day?
GTA.
Well, have you had a game called Kingdom Hearts?
No.
What do you think the game is about?
About somebody who's trying to rescue the lover from a kingdom.
Well, have you heard of a game called Final Fantasy?
Yes.
Do you know who made Final Fantasy?
No.
Well, did you know that Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy are made by the same company called Square Enix?
No, I didn't know because I didn't know who made Final Fantasy and then I heard of Kingdom Hearts.
Well, is there any chance that you would play Kingdom Hearts if you had the chance, or has it not really changed your mind that it's made by a good company with Disney, Square Enix, and that it's made by top other games like Final Fantasy and other online games?
I won't. No, because it'll be something like what I want to play, even though it might be a good company is what made it. I'll only play it if I like it.
Right. Well, that's all we've got today.